Hello, everyone. This is me, Debasis from Revsportz. What concerns the Indian team at the moment is the form of Sanju Samson. And with me to talk more about Sanju Samson's form, I have former selector Devang Gandhi with me. Devangda, what do you reckon? Is it a lack of confidence? Is he low on confidence, or there's some issue with his technique? Because he is clearly not amongst runs, and that is putting pressure. Obviously, India is winning, but despite that, we saw India lost a 4 T20I against New Zealand. So, your thoughts, and should India look at someone like Ishan Kishan opening the batting for India?
See, his issues are mental as well as technical. Cricket is a game of confidence, and if you look at the way Sanju has been batting lately, he's trying to shuffle a lot, which is very unusual. If you look at his early part of his career, he never used to shuffle that much. Footwork was not very expansive, but it was minimal, but it was perfect. So those are the small things which are missing, and which suggests that mentally he is not in the right frame. That needs to be sorted out. If he just focuses on the basics, even it's in T20, I don't think it's always about playing fancy shots. Just stick to the basics. Go to the nets. It's not about hitting all the time, because that to the current generation comes naturally. He needs to focus on basic, and that will give him some confidence. And if he's better prepared, then he'll be able to get out of this run of poor form. But if, as you rightly said, if he's not an option, then definitely Ishan is in blistering form. The way he is playing, he's absolutely fearless, full of oozing with confidence. I think India should take advantage of the fact that he's batting well.
Will you be in favor of having two left-handers at the start?
Why not? I mean, if you look at history, Australia had two left-handers in Hayden and Gilchrist in those days. So it's not that; it's the range of shots these two guys can play, Abhishek Sharma and Ishan. I think they will be complementary when they are on the field. They are both attacking, and as an opening bowler, whichever side is going to bowl to them, they will be a little skeptical because they are both in very good form. So that always plays on the mind. But if I, as a bowler, know that this guy is struggling with form, he's trying to make a comeback, then I will get the upper hand. So I think India should take advantage of the fact of good form of these two players.
He's not doing justice as far as his form is concerned in the recent the T20I series against New Zealand.
Yeah, very rightly said that he's not doing justice to his talent. We all know what kind of talent he possesses, but if you look at his overall career, he has not been very consistent, and lately, these failures are going to add to the concerns of the team management. Because leading up to the World Cup, you definitely want both your openers to do well. Sharma is in sublime form, but Sanju is at the moment looking like a walking wicket. So that will be a concern. But having said that, we do have Ishan Kishan, who is in fantastic form. The way he's played domestic cricket, he's performed there. And even in this series, he's done well. IPL also, he did pretty well. So going ahead, that problem with regards to Sanju Samson can be solved, by replacing him with Ishan.
Devanga, having been a selector yourself, how do you see the T20 side evolve? Obviously, this is one format India has done exceedingly well. Means obviously they are the reigning, defending T20 World Cup champions, and they have recently won the Asia Cup title as well.
See, ever since we won the first T20 World Cup in South Africa, I mean, in those days, 150, 160 was a par score, and more than a par score, I would say, and teams would go on to win. But over a period of last 15, 16 years, the way IPL has helped players evolve, players have started expressing themselves without the fear of getting out. From 150, the scores went to 200, now even 250, at times 270, which we had seen, and they have been close games. So the whole concept about T20 has changed. The players' mindset, to go and express themselves right from the first ball. It's really heartening to see some of these players, how they have adapted. It's never easy. Normally when we were growing up, we were always told, you take some time to settle down, get used to the surface. But these guys play all over the country on different surfaces, and they come up with the goods on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and your thoughts on this current Indian team?
They're absolutely fearless bunch of boys, and I'm sure any opposition would dread to play against India. I mean, if you look at the previous World Cup, India won in West Indies, and even Asia Cup we did well. The sheer dominance, and plus the advantage that we have is not only solid openers, middle order, even set of good all rounders. The depth the Indian batting has. And if you look at Bumrah, one of the best fast bowlers in the world in all three formats, he is there. Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep, Akshar. So I think it's India has all the bases covered, and they are front runners to win the championship.
Devang, there's a bit of concern apart from Sanju Samsung's form. Yes, Washington Sundar is not fit, and there's a fitness test coming up. But if suppose he doesn't recover in time for the World Cup, who do you reckon? Do you see someone like a Riyan Parag being drafted in, or rather you would bank on someone like a specialist batter like Shreyas Iyer, who has been part of the T20I squad in this ongoing series?
See, off late, even Rian has been recovering, or maybe he's just recovered from an injury. He hasn't got much game time, and one or two warm up matches are not going to really help. I would rather bank on a seasoned pro like Shreyas Iyer and use Shivam Dubey and the services of Abhishek Sharma with their bowling. One is a good left arm spinner. I think he needs to bowl a lot more. It will be very handy. Plus, Shivam Dubey, we've seen how he's bowled even in the Asia Cup. So I think we need to utilize that. Plus, you have Hardik, you have Akshar, you have Bumrah. So you have enough bowling there. Varun Chakravarti is there. So I think you have six bowlers, and you can use them. You don't need another one. I think you can increase the depth of the batting.
And given the way Indian team has performed in recent times, do you think that they are perhaps peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I think so. They're picking at the right time, and these five matches will hold them in good stead. Leading up to the World Cup, even they have got couple of warm-up matches. If they want to iron up some of the wrinkles they may have in their side, so I think India is preparing well, and I see them doing really, really well in this World Cup.
So, according to Devang, he reckons that India definitely are the front runners, are the favorites to win the T20 World Cup. But yes, there will be odd times when the openers will fail, as was the case in the fourth T20I against New Zealand, where both Abhishek Sharma and Surya Kumar fell with the bat. So, it's going to be see whether the selectors bank on Sanju Samson or give them one more opportunity, maybe the fifth and the final T20I that is coming up in Tiruvananthapuram. But obviously, there's also an Ishan Kishan who can be tried as an opener. So that's it for now. Keep watching this space to get all the updates throughout our coverage of sports. This is me, Debasis, signing out for Revsportz. Keep watching.